Huge exciting news finally as your stimulus check is the front agenda for the Senate next coming Monday. No one is getting anything through the Senate unless a second stimulus check goes out. It's the result of the efforts of this channel. Hashtag stimulus check or shutdown. And that's exactly what's now promised. Nothing is going to get through the Senate, not Manchin, not Romney, not Nancy, not anything, unless a stimulus check goes out. And it's going to be at least $1,200. Meantime, the president wants to give you up to $2,000. And an extension of PUI, an extension of PUA, an eviction moratorium, a mortgage forbearance, and a nice hug would be appreciated as well from a bunch of congressional leaders who have left you by the wayside, but are now coming to the forefront, whether it is Warren, Sanders, Holly, Trump, or AOC. They're saying a stimulus check our way or the expressway. It's exciting, great news across the board on top of that $2,400 for your SSI and SSDI. And we're getting big money for more viewers across the board in every single city and every single state. Gotta tune in for this as well. It's a big Saturday update. I'm so glad you joined me for Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm so revved up and excited, and I hope you are too, in a day in which there's so much excitement building up for Monday. As now, absolutely, after months of efforts of this channel, which went from 5,000 subscribers to 340,000 subscribers, breaking all YouTube records because of the push to get stimulus check, are now on the cusp of getting that darn stimulus check into a vote. If you've not subscribed, please do, because in this video, I'm going to get you money right now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now, not even 5 days from now. I'm going to get it to you as quickly as possible. I'm working around the clock. I'm answering questions. The volunteers are answering questions. We're doing emergency relief. If people are on the cusp of homelessness, on the cusp of hunger. We're stepping in, ensuring you get to a shelter, ensuring you get food, ensuring you get rent. We're not here to just read news articles and sit back and, twiddle our toes. We're here to get you real money and to get you into a place that's safe, paid for, with food and gifts, yes, holiday gifts on the dining room table. Stay with me and subscribe. Also, like this video. In this video, there's so much going on today. The big breaking news minutes ago is that there may need to be a bigger stimulus package in the third stimulus check package of January than ever thought before, because the new Pfizer vaccines are literally on the tarmac this minute, and a new report out minutes ago says that there's not enough money that's been given to cities and states for refrigeration and transportation of the vaccine, and this is an emergency concern. And this is not the first time we've heard about it. But I'll be turning back to Congress after that and cover the big issue about what's happening on Monday for that stimulus check. Very exciting, but you have to get these people on message because they have that short memory lapse, and you blink and they forgot what they did yesterday. So you have to remain them on point. Stimulus check, eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance, and also UI and PUA. Then I'll be turning to the states. Big news across the board about the states that are sending money out right now. It's so exciting. I have so much for you, including that $2,400 of SSI and SSDI. I thank you for joining me, and thank you for your wonderful comments on the Christmas tree, the LALATE official Christmas tree that I debuted in progress. It's not finished yet, so no comments yet until it's actually finished. I debuted that on Holidays LA, which is dropped in the pinned comments above, in the pinned links above. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you sit here today is that there's a major emergency right now for stimulus, ironically, and it has nothing to do with the stimulus check, which of course is an emergency unto itself. It is the lack of money given to cities and states as the Pfizer vaccine is now in the air. Minutes ago, the Pfizer vaccine prepared to take off across the country as D-Day, Monday, the day in which the vaccine is distributed, commences. What's important to understand is states are now shouting, wait a second, we need money to distribute this vaccine. The distribution of the vaccine from airport to clinic is a very complex process that involves transportation and refrigeration. Some of that money has been provided by the federal government. Some of it has been provided by the federal government to the states because some of the states are responsible for actually getting it out, but they don't have enough money. So you're going to hear this big issue on Monday, and this could ultimately be very good for SSI, SSDI, FPUC, retro, and all that other stuff, because we were talking about hearing about that in January with Joe, I'll get to that in a second, Joe Biden, that ultimately it may have to be rushed up earlier because there's too many things happening right now. Meantime, what's happening on Monday? Oh boy, what's happening on Monday? What's not happening on Monday? On Monday, your stimulus check, because of the efforts of you and me, is front page news. And whereas we sit here today, it's only because of the purple power. And Josh Hawley, the senator from Missouri, Bernie Sanders, the independent from Vermont, AOC, and a few other Democrat senators who have listened to our shouts. Hashtag CR for stimulus. We got the stimulus into the CR. The continuing budget bill that had a deadline of December 11th. No one was doing that until we shouted about it. We got the stimulus into the CR, but then what happened was they didn't have a stimulus check in there. They had PUA, they had UI, they didn't have eviction moratorium, they didn't have mortgage forbearance, but they started talking about it thereafter. And then we're like, where's the stimulus check? That started hashtag stimulus check or shutdown. Also the plural version. Stimulus checks or shutdown. Got to cover all the bases. And that message got very loud and clear. It went from the Senate to the White House as Josh Hawley met with the president multiple times and said, you know, where's the stimulus check in all this? We need a stimulus check. And the president said he would go $1,200 to $2,000. May even veto any proposal of the CR if it landed in his table, if it did not have a stimulus check in there. And Josh then heard your messaging. Bernie Sanders presumptively had heard your messaging, and they went to the Senate floor on Friday, said, you know what, we'll give you 5 more days, but this coming week will be the last time for you to do this, or you will see the government shut down. We're doing a stimulus check this coming week, this coming Monday, this coming Tuesday, this coming Wednesday. We're doing a stimulus check, or you're not going to get your check. Sound catchy? It does, because we started on the channel. We're very catchy here, you know. Don't rhyme, but you know. There's no mixtape dropping, but you know, we keep it catchy. So hashtag stimulus check or shutdown is now a national agenda. And why is that important? It's important because the people who need relief now is not Joe Manson's rich business owners. It's not Tom and Jerry, the problem creators, restaurant owners in New Jersey who got 3 rounds of stimulus relief before. It's not the airlines. It's not the hotels. It's not the big corporate people who have $5 billion in the bank or the business owners who have $3 million of salary every year. It's people who made less than $40,000. You need the relief. SSI, SSDI, veterans, senior citizens, retirees, people who just don't make a lot of money. Stimulus check. So how soon could you get it? Well, it's 10 days from the date at which it becomes a law. Now, it would not become a law on Monday, so by all accounts, there's no way to physically get the check before Christmas Eve. It would likely come right after Christmas Eve if they get this done. So here we go. What Joe Biden has been urging is the stimulus check, eviction moratorium, and mortgage forbearance, exactly what I've been urging. And on Monday and Tuesday, Josh Hawley and Sanders need to revise a standalone bill that Josh introduced that only had a stimulus check in there and add PUA, add UI, add eviction moratorium, add mortgage forbearance. You need to tell them that as well. It's at Hawley MO. It's at Bernie Sanders. It's at Kelly CNBC. Tell her to book me on the show and say, book that kid, LALATE, because he's the only one fighting for the stimulus check for Americans. Been doing it for 5 months. There's a reason why there's 340,000 subscribers and 2 million views a day and 500,000, social media accounts, because no one has been fighting for this, and this is what America needs and America wants. And this is the fastest relief you will get in your hands this month of December. The new push is to remove, as I knocked out half of the set, is to remove FPUC, because FPUC does not need to be paid right now. Joe Biden promises to give you FPUC retroactive at $600 a week starting in January, back 20 weeks, which would cover you from when it expired to the present. Hazard pay, he's going to give it to you in January. He's going to give you $2,400 if you're on SSI and SSDI and Social Security and railroad benefits. And this is how he's going to do it in 3 parts over one big bill, presumably. The first part would be $200 a month added on top of your benefits from now to December 31st. Next, he would add an increase, a lifetime increase, upwards of about 20% from now to the end of life. Incredible. So if you make $1,000 a month, he would put you at $1,200. Third, he would give you a new benchmark that would raise your benefits annually. And that's all incredible, great news. Different than COLA. What else would be coming in January? Those 3 letters that we absolutely have etched on our pillow. We make little sketches in the cappuccino in the morning at the coffee shop. MSC. We write it right in the phone. MSC, hashtag multiple stimulus checks. Joe Biden wants to give you multiple stimulus checks. Now, here are my messages to Joe. Keep the messaging going, Joe, because you did not talk about stimulus for about a week. On Friday, he introduced his new cabinet appointees and said they'll go to the outer edges of their authority to do your relief. I don't know what that means. It sounds very Star Trek-ish. But I think what he means is that he's going to ensure that they get you the relief the best way he can without Mitch McConnell. So where is Mitch McConnell in this equation? Mitch McConnell was told and agreed to some extent, on Friday that he will call a vote for a stimulus check and will not get another extension. What does this mean? This means the federal government will shut down next week. It means the federal government will shut down unless a stimulus check vote is called in the Senate, and the Democrats and Republicans both want it, and the president wants it. There is no one who doesn't want a stimulus check except rich senators who represent rich people who want to give rich bailouts to rich businesses. And that has to stop. Now, how about state and local? Very exciting news. State and local, if you missed Purple Power Live last night, shame on you. But it's every night at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. How dare you miss that? Coming right up after this is Purple. I'll go over the big money you can get from your city, state, escalated benefits, and EIDL. But the thing that I want you to know about for state benefits is that there is literally money everywhere now for rent, food, utilities. If you called up one place and said, I can't find anything, I don't know, it doesn't exist, well, you're just not tuning in. You're not tuning in because viewers are getting money in the city in which you just looked, and they're getting 6 months of rent and 12 months of rent, so tune in for that. Then, escalated benefits, yes, you should be getting escalated benefits right now. This is right now money. This is not 5 weeks from now. This is right now money. How do you get it? You get your 2019 tax return out. You get it out. You look at it. It's like, hello, how are you? Oh, good, how are you? How much did I make 2019? Oh, I made $31,000. Good. Well, that guy with the purple shirt, Purple Power, Purple LALATE said, do escalate benefits if I made over $30,000 immediately. Don't wait. Yes. Why? Because if you made $30,000 or more in 2019, you will qualify for what is generally understood as maximum benefits in your state. Every state has a minimum benefits and a maximum benefit. What you're trying to do in this video is raise your benefits. Raise them up. So what do? You scan that 2019 tax return, you send it to your unemployment department and say, hi, here I am. My name is John, and Little John, and I made $31,000 last year. That was before auto-tune. And please take a look at my tax return, see if I qualify for more weekly benefits. I'm currently getting $100 a week. Well, guess what? In every state, nearly $30,000 or more would raise your benefits about $300 a week. So if you have been unemployed since the start of the pandemic, 30 weeks, you'll get $9,000, $300 times 30 weeks. Bam, right in your account right now. If you made $20,000 or more in 2019, you'll raise your benefits about $100 a week. $3,000, bam, right in your account right now. And if you made $18,000 or more in 2019, then you'll raise your benefits about $50 a week. Bam, right in your account. This should be done for anyone who made $18,000 or more in 2019 earnings. Remember, every state UI or PUA, and use simple words. The simplest words you can use: high, more, additional, benefits. Don't use words like escalated or enhance or presidium or panettone. Don't use complicated words. Use simple words. Next, EIDL. Eating disliked. No, it's economic injury disaster. What you need to go to sba.gov. If you're an Uber or Grubhub or Airbnb or any independent contractor, side hustle person who declared your income on a 2019 Schedule C, go get it if you want it. And I don't think it's going to be around much longer. I made a lot of videos about EIDL, but let me explain to you what you do. You look at your 2019 tax return. Hello again. Good. I was just looking at you. How much did I make in 2019 gross rev? Line 1 of the Schedule C. I made $7,000. Oh, good. What's line 2? Cost of goods sold, 0. Okay. How $7,000? What will I get from EIDL? What will I get from SBA? Exactly $3,500. Wait a second, why is it exact? Because SBA uses calculation. Line 1 minus line 2 divided by 2. Gross revenue minus cost of goods sold divided by 2 is exactly what you'll get from SBA. You'll get the money in about 3 days. Look at all this money I'm getting you. Let's get it going, folks. Now, ultimately, EIDL is the only debt instrument that I'm covering in this video. Everything else is free money. Everything else is free money. This is a debt instrument. It is free money for the first year. No principal interest due. Let me explain the implications of nothing due the first year. You could get, let's say you made $30,000 last year, and you had zero cost of, your gross rev was $30,000, and your cost of goods sold was 0. Okay, so you qualify for $15,000. You get $15,000 from SBA in 2-3 days. You're looking at it like, I don't need $15,000. That's a lot of money. Guess what? Leave it in the account. Let it sit there. You look at it. It looks at you. And then after a year, then you decide whether you want to keep it or not. If you don't need it, you give it back. If you, only need 2,000 of it because you had a really difficult economic time over the next few months, you use 2,000 of it, and then you give the rest of it back in a few weeks, and you're done. You pay back the 2,000 or 3,000 you use. Very, very simple. It's that type of relief we do. Meantime, what's important to understand is that situations are changing very quickly, and I want you to get the messages out loud and clear. You have been doing an incredible job. 5 weeks, no, how many weeks ago was it? 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I started referring to the viewers of this channel as Purple Power because they called me Mr. Purple, so I started referring to them as Purple Power. And I said, go on social media and show your purple power. You have power. You're informed, you're educated, you're smart, and you're sophisticated, and you keep your spirits up. And get the message out loud and clear. You gotta do this next week. You gotta take this video, gotta show on social media, and tag the supporters of Stimulus Check. Tag the people on the fence about stimulus check, and then change your messaging, but tag the detractors against stimulus check. Here are your supporters. Representative Josh Hawley. It's at Hawley MO. Tag Bernie Sanders, at Bernie Sanders. Tag AOC. Tag Elizabeth Warren. Tag all the Democrats in the Senate who support a stimulus check. Then tag the people who are on the fence. Mitch McConnell, his communications director, his press secretary. Then tag your detractors. Those are Cassidy, Munchin, he's a cow, Romney, and say, what are you doing? We need a stimulus check. You're not representing Americans. You're just an abomination. And get the message out really loud and clear. So come Monday morning, they'll say, oh my goodness, what is all this purple power? It's the push to get the stimulus check. With that, stay in tune, stay focused, stay smiling. Stay with me in 15 minutes from now as I deliver a massive update for Saturday about purple, followed by a live broadcast of Beat a Mitch going over your Q&A questions about unemployment. As always, go to the front of this channel, subscribe. Also, like this video. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay in my life for more.